We is back on that road, man. And as y'all can see, man, it's a whole nother setup on the bike, bro. I'm excited to actually show y'all guys the full bike. So yeah, you guys just stay tuned, man. We're gonna get to some nice scenery, headed to Detroit. And yeah, I'll reveal the bike to you guys, man. Oh shit, I did not see, cause what's the speed limit right out here? Like, I don't be knowing, bro. 45, wow. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Midwest Biker Boy, man, and we are out here, man, downtown Detroit at Belle Isle Park. You guys might have seen it in my 2,000 mile review, but we're at a different area of the park. This is a huge park, so I got a lot of exploring to do. And springtime is pretty much finally here. We just passed daylight savings, so it's going to start getting warm, man. It was the perfect time to present the bike to you guys. As you can see, it is covered right now. I have it covered for the reason of I kind of messed up my intros while I was doing the Pimp My Bike series and, you know, getting the bike all together. So I want to do a nice formal, real, you know, intro for the bike, man. So I'm going to cut it here and we're going to go back into the Pimp My Bike series. Pretty much you'll see the process of me wrapping and putting pieces on, but there will be a reveal. So just stay tuned. I'm gonna cut it now. We're going to get into the process of the bike and how everything came together. And then I'll show you guys the finished product after that, man. So see you soon. Yeah, as you guys can see, this side looks normal, but it is indeed broke. And it's broken down there as well, where that attaches. So yeah, we're gonna figure out how to get this off of here and get it wrapped. Sometimes the journey doesn't go as planned, but we're gonna get this shit done by any means necessary. 3. I began wrapping a few of the pieces already, and I kind of just wanted to show you guys, I'm not really feeling this wrap just because of these imperfections right here. The other side, same deal, bro. This one's even worse. And I also began wrapping this, but as you can see, I'm starting to mess it up already. Especially like around the tighter areas. So this is just a lesson for everybody, man. Don't give up. The vision you have in your head, sometimes it doesn't work out. Shit, I thought I was gonna one take Jake all the pieces, you know what I'm saying? And I could let it be like this, but I wanted to be as close to perfection as possible. Obviously, perfect is never possible, but this just isn't good enough for me. So I will be taking these off and redoing them. And yeah, we're gonna go from there, bro. Like I said, it's a journey. Unfortunately, I thought I would just be able to get these out the way very, very easy and quick. But I knew I was gonna run into some bumpy roads. I knew it wasn't gonna be linear as I thought it was gonna be. But that's okay, man. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna get back upstairs and I'm gonna continue to wrap. And I'm gonna do better. I might end up looking up some videos, that show me how to wrap like these more difficult areas like that. That's why I bought a large amount of wrap. I probably bought enough wrap to wrap an entire vehicle because I knew I'm not the most perfect rapper. It's a little bit of experience, but nothing to say I won't make a mistake, you know? So we're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna take these off. We're gonna redo them, and I'm gonna do better next time for y'all boys, man. Also, before I get started, this is not a sponsored video at all, but these wraps are via Vivid. And also I got knifeless tape, which is by Vivid as well. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Vivid, man. Like I said, it's not a sponsored video. If you know Vivid, if you see this video and you enjoy it, you like how my rap turned out, please just reach out to me, man. I'm a new and upcoming YouTuber, and I'm looking for any opportunity I can, man. So shout out to Vivid. I will be getting more products from Vivid in the future. And I know they have great products. I've seen the Cfmoto use their products as well. So shout out to Vivid, man. And we're going to get right into the rap. Midwest gang, what is going on, man? We are back, man. We finally got all the pieces that I took off the bike. We finally got all of those done. So I'm just going to be showing you guys all the individual pieces. So it kind of might be difficult to see or picture what this piece is right now, but it is essentially like the side panel near my license plate, kind of like on the under fender. But I did this in that nice carbon material. And there are two sides to it, so both sides are wrapped the same. I do like how these came out. Not many imperfections, if any at all, that I noticed. Especially with this material, it's kind of easy to hide any imperfections. This is kind of like a seat trim, I guess you can say. You'll notice it once the seat is back on the vehicle, but the seat will sit here, and then this area will be exposed before you get to the real cowl. So this is kind of that piece, which is also wrapped in forged carbon. As you can see, it's not as like perfect up here, but that is because it'll be covered by the seat. My main part was just making sure that this was as smooth as possible, because this is really what you'll see once everything's put back together. This is a pretty easy piece to wrap. This is just the key cover. It'll go like right over the key cover. As you can see, towards the bottom is not as perfect. That's because really only the top part will be exposed. You'll only be able to see this area. So I really wasn't worried as much about the lower part. So I did opt in for wrapping both of my wings. If you guys watch my AliExpress hauls, you'll know that I bought OEM wings for the bike. So this is what I wrapped in red. Some minor imperfections on there. I would still like obviously use them, to be honest. Like, I worked too hard on this bike as far as the wrapping. Like, it's not gonna be perfect, you know, it's a wrap at the end of the day. But I also still have the OEM wings, so I'll show you how I did those. So for the OEM wings, I went in for the carbon for these. You can tell these wings are a lot smaller in diameter than the aftermarket ones. So I think I'm gonna end up putting both on and just seeing which one I like better. So in one of my first videos, or even in my review, I said that the Cfmoto was like a knockoff Ducati. And I see a lot of Ducatis with this color scheme. I put it like right here. So it'll be like all red, and it'll have like small black accents. And that's the kind of look I'm going for. But putting my own spin on it as well though. So I'm not really replicating it, but it's giving me a lot of inspiration looking at the Ducatis, and even the new one that just came out, the 2025s. Looking at those as well, just kind of getting inspiration from all the different Ducatis that are out there. So on my left, this is the OEM wing, and then on my right, this is the aftermarket wing. So as you can see, very different in the sizes of them. I think this would still look good, but I think with this being a different color than the rest of the front end that I wrapped, this wing will stand out more being in the black carbon. Funny thing about these is I did have a red, then I just started thinking more about how I wanted the bike to look. But these are essentially just like the winglets on the rear end of the bike. And lastly, this might be my favorite one, to be honest, but this is just my aftermarket rear seat. I think it's like a 12mm, the thickest seat you can get for the Cfmoto. But as you can see, it was the SR here, and essentially what I did is just put these nice crosses over the SR, which I think personally looks clean to me, man. So really not too much to show on the bike besides the front end here. So as you guys can see, it is all red, bro. And the windscreen is different. This is like almost like your standard, sport bike windscreen, in my opinion. The OEM mirrors back on there as well, which I love, bro. And one of those subtle, but I think impactful things that I added is that nice cross there in the middle in that forest carbon, so you can see it kind of reflecting off the light. We got the OEM mirrors on there again, man. So I have blinkers again. It was one point where I didn't have any mirrors at all. Then I had the Risotto replica knockoff mirrors. But now I feel like I want to go back to these, bro. So they look very good. I'm very excited to continue on the bike. If you guys can tell, my dash area around the screen is now forest carbon. So I think my point of views will be next level now. Once you guys see me on the road, once it's warmer outside, with that, because it was just a flat gray and now it has a lot of life to it, bro. So stay tuned, man. Now is the big reveal, man. I put some blood, sweat, and tears into getting this bike up to the standard that I wanted it to. Bringing my vision alive. As I told you guys, my favorite color is red. So you'll see a lot of red on here. And you'll also see some forest carbon pieces, man. So let's reveal her. Voila. As you guys can see, man, I went for like a red on the front end, and I'm gonna do a rotation in a quick second, but I love this like subtle cross here, like a chrome heart cross that I put on the front. And I got rid of most of the branding pretty much on the bike. So it's going to be more of those if you know type things. If you've seen the Cfmoto 450Ss, then you'll know what the bike is. But if you're not familiar, then you won't really know about it. But I love how the bike came out, man. I said I wasn't going to do that much forest carbon on here, but I ended up doing a lot because I just loved how it looked once I got certain pieces wrapped on here, bro. And my helmet's forest carbon. Slightly different than what you see on the bike, but man, it looks beautiful. And the biggest thing of all is that it's all my work. This is all me. No assistance. All my inspiration. And the wrap is not perfect, but I love how it turned out, man. I'm fascinated. I couldn't wait to ride the bike just so I can see everything in the sun and some good light. So now we'll get into some deeper topics regarding the bike. So you may be asking, Midwest, you know, you just did 3 AliExpress hauls like 3-4 months ago when you first got the bike. So why, you know, do another redesign? Well, if you've been on my journey, you would know that I low-sided on the bike. If you've seen the damage, it was very minor. It was only like 3 areas that needed to be repaired. So some people may be wondering, you know, why would you go through another redesign on the bike? This bike honestly just gave me a canvas to express myself and what I like. So it's one of those things like, you know, why not? And it didn't cost that much, honestly. My wraps, I probably spent $200 with the red and the black forest carbon. The domino grips, they're not real domino grips, by the way. Got those from AliExpress. They were like $4. You know, even though the real ones are only like 20. But I'm just like, why not? I'm already on here. Let's get it from there. But the biggest thing is I just want to express myself more. I love the black. I love black in general, but red is my ultimate favorite color. And I already want to, you know, be safe as I can when I'm on 2 wheels. So making the bike red, at least the front end, kind of just makes the bike more loud. People probably notice it more, especially when I'm on the road. So it may help me in that regard as far as like my safety. And bigger than all that, man, I get a lot of inspiration from others. I watch guys like IMK. Fastlane D is the main guy that I watch. He was one of the first that got me into motorcycles. Adabo Moto, J1K. Those guys, you know, I watch their videos. And, you know, the motorcycle world, it's an expensive hobby. I know I could get another bike, but financially, that's not the smartest thing to do. So in my head, I feel like if I could just redesign this bike and make it how I want, I'll enjoy it more. Because, you know, I dream of one day owning, you know, like an M1K BMW or a Ducati Panigale V4. Like, those are like the pedestal of bikes, you know, in the bike world. That's kind of like, you know, my dream bike being a Ferrari. I know damn well that I can't afford that, and I'm nowhere near that. But one day I will be able to afford it. But, you know, it's one of those things where I want to keep my bike life fresh. I want something to be excited to, you know, ride. And don't get me wrong, before I did any of this, it was still one of the funniest experiences of my life. But now I just feel like I took it a step further by personalizing the bike how I want to. And, you know, I couldn't be more happier, man. So now I'm not as urged to, you know, get another bike. Though my bike is a 450. Obviously, I want something quicker one day. But I also got to realize that I'm still a beginner. I still have a lot to learn. So I will be keeping this bike for a while. Who knows, I might keep it forever. To be honest, this might be the only bike I ever get. But, you know, with me making a YouTube page and being very early on in it, all the guys, you know, like Fastlane D and IMK, they got 6-7 bikes, bro. So it's like, even when you don't compare yourself consciously, you're still subconsciously like, damn, I just wish I could have multiple bikes. I wish I could have a Ninja H2 or a BMW M1K or a Ducati, for that matter. But you got to be realistic at the same time. I know that's not obtainable for me at the moment. So getting this bike and designing it how I want, just, it gives me that premium feel. It gives me that, oh, this is my Ducati. This is my Ninja H2 here. Because I'll tell you what, I know damn well there's not another 450Ss on the road like this. I can promise you that. So it kind of feels good to know that I have almost like a one-of-one bike. I have a bike that, if you come across YouTube, there's not going to be a bike, you know, identical to this. And honestly, as far as cosmetics, I don't know if there's anybody in the YouTube scene that is designing their 450Ss like I am, man. So I just feel like I got like a premium one-of-one bike. Again, the wrap is not perfect. Nothing's perfect on here, but it's my design. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it, and I'm proud of what I made here, man. And I make videos for the people, you know, who may want to get into the bike world one day, but they know it's an expensive hobby, so they're like, oh, is this even obtainable? And I feel like I can vouch for people and let them know, like, you don't have to have all the money in the world, you know, to be not only a YouTuber, but, you know, just be a motorcycle rider in general, man. You can get something used, you know what I'm saying? You can get something lower tier to get you going. And, you know, as time goes on, you know, you can get something better. You can get something faster. You can get something that just looks better. I'm one of those people, I'm a ball on a budget. If I'm buying clothes, I'm looking for discounted clothes, shoes, things of that nature. So this is kind of just like a representation that you can have something that looks good, something that looks great, but it doesn't have to be, you know, millions of dollars, man. And those content creators, like I said, Fastlane D, IMK, I forgot to mention Doe Taken, I said J1K, Will Kid Hill, all those guys, they inspire me. Also S1K Rocket, all those guys just inspire me. And you know, when I wasn't able to ride over the winter time, I was consistently watching their videos every week, just tuning into what they're doing, just seeing the bike life through their lens. And you know, it's just nice to see that it's a lot of versatility, you know, a lot of different personalities in the YouTube world for motorcycle content specifically. And I want to bring my own type of personality to the YouTube world. I want to create content that, you know, is not like theirs. I'm not on 1,000cc pushing 200 miles per hour. I'm on a good old small 450Ss, but I love it to death. I'm embracing it. I could bring it to life in the way that I want to. You know, it's not fabricated. It's not copied. I got inspiration from Fastlane D's Ducati V4 and also IMK's Ducati V4. So it's kind of a mixture of, you know, things they did with their bikes, and I kind of brought it to mine, but also brought my own ideas as well. You know, overall, people always, you know, they'll have their own swag, their own style, but they find inspiration in others. And I feel like that's what I did with my bike. I found a lot of inspiration from the guys that I watch. And, you know, one day I will be able to get a Ducati or a BMW. But for now, this is my Ducati. I couldn't be more happier with how I did it. I'm blessed that I could do it. Again, I'm a humble guy. I'm blessed that I even have a motorcycle, man. Like, this is still unreal to me. I'm going into my first full riding season with a motorcycle, and I know it's going to be a fun one. I pray that God just looks over me on my journey, and, you know, he protects me at all times. I feel like I got a little less content than I wanted to out of the series, but all in all, bro, I pimped the bike out, bro. So, like, I hope you guys enjoy, man. I hope you are enjoying the journey, my bike journey, you know, and I'm going to have more content to come, especially now that it's getting warmer outside. We're going to be able to do a lot more things. When I got the bike, it was kind of towards the end of the riding season, so I had to get a little more creative. And I even rode in a lot of cold days. Like, if you guys tune into my Rides to Work With Me series, you'll know that I was in some cold, rainy days sometimes, but, you know, I try to get content for you guys. All in all, as a YouTuber, you got to be consistent, and I try to make sacrifices in that aspect to make sure I got content out. But I'm blessed and happy that it is now about to be warmer out, so it'll be easier to get content for you guys, man. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, man. So this concludes the Pimp My Bike series. It was your boy, Midwest Biker Boy. And as you guys know, man, I'm always looking for recommendations, ways that I can get better at my craft. So please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And I'm gone, man. Peace.